Good morning. Welcome to your Saturday morning, early morning intuitive guidance. I'm Dr. Bonnie Nussbaum, America's kick-ass coach and psychologist. Here with some fun words today. We got some good stuff. So, hope you're all warm and cozy, and let's just take a couple of nice deep breaths to settle in. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And I'm to the point with this cold. I think we're, 2 weeks in, a little over 2 weeks in, where every once in a while the air will hit in my throat just right or wrong, depending on how you want to look at it, and set off waves of coughing. So apparently it's time to clear things out. Barking at the world, as Louise Hay would say. So today we have a lovely card. I'm really chiming with this card, and it comes from the Princess of Light deck. Good morning, Cindy. Welcome. Glad you're here. I was wondering where everybody was. It was like, nobody's here. Where are they all? Princess of Light, Sandra Ann Taylor, and Kimberly Weber. And I love this deck. The artwork in it is beautiful. The words in it are beautiful. So glad I at least get to share it with Cindy. That's good. I don't know where all the peeps are. Hopefully they'll be crawling out of the woodwork here. Here's our card, Wisdom. I'm going to move it close so that you can see. She's playing a musical instrument and raising extra arms to the skies, to the heavens. Wisdom. So, excuse me. And the subtitle on this card is Learning, Joy, Art, and Music. So today I'm going to have some opportunities because my dad's older brother has his 90th birthday party today, and I get to be the chauffeur. So we'll go see a bunch of the relatives and see how things are holding up with the Nussbaum clan. So here's our card, Wisdom, and let's see what it has to tell us. So just opening your mind, your heart, your spirit to whatever in this card needs to chime for you. Learning, joy, art, music. The goddess Sarasvati, there we go, there she is. I'll let you look at her. The goddess Sarasvati holds a musical instrument in two hands and extends her other arms outward in joy. She stands at the door to the temple, encouraging you to enter a new period of learning and exploration. This card heralds a time of deepening wisdom for you. It may be gained through personal investigation or through school or other formal courses of study. So if something chimes for you, if you see something, a book that looks good, or a course that you're thinking that'd be fun to take, or a webinar. You know, a lot of times people will do webinars, free webinars, leading up to pitching their program. Do the free webinar. Enjoy the free webinar. Lots of stuff to be gleaned out there. TED Talks. Maybe you want to do a spate of TED Talks, whatever. Don't dismiss this potential for learning. There's profound gratification that comes from this pursuit, whatever the subject may be. So I love to follow little rabbit trails. Good morning to whomever else has joined us. Love to follow little rabbit trails. So the other day, let me think of what that one was. Someone mentioned a movement. I can't remember what the name of it was. So I went and looked it up, because I knew nothing about it, and I wanted to see what it was about. I was on one of my calls for a board that I sit on, and they mentioned a group that's kind of parallel to our group, so I went and checked them out. It's basically a group out of Detroit that helps veterans green up their living circumstances and get access to healthy food. There's all these little things out there that you don't know about until you start exploring. So I think that's kind of where we're at with this one. It's possible that your path of study will relate to some form of art or music. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? I was watching on Pinterest last night someone who was doing something akin to tatting, but it wasn't tatting. And just watching this thing blossom into this beautiful piece of lacework was just cool. But that was something I had never seen before, so I just watched a video. If you have an interest in art or music or other creative endeavors, now would be the time to dive right in. Take a class, go to a museum, or surround yourself with the music art and art forms that bring you joy. A great place to look is on Facebook under the events that are going to be in your area. See what's coming up. Something will grab you. I belong to this group. It's a meetup group called Fun, Feisty, and Over 50. And there's like 19 members who have the ability to post events that are coming up. And then there's a couple hundred of us who go, ooh, I like that one. That looks interesting. Let's go do that. So, some fun stuff. Good morning, Beth. Glad you are here. Welcome, welcome. Our card for today is wisdom. Wisdom, wisdom. And there is Sarasvati playing some form of stringed instrument and waving the rest of her arms in joy. We need to be waving all our arms in joy too. Let's go for it. What the heck? Oh, I forgot to show you. On the very bottom of the card, there's some swans. And so that's the next part of this reading. The swan represents the connection between the mind and the heart. And as you open your mind to greater understanding and to joyous new experiences, your heart will glow with inner satisfaction. In addition, your life force will sing with beauty, grace, and irresistible attraction. The affirmation is, I always choose to learn and grow. The music and art of life inspires me. And I'm going to add in there, even the things that happen that are kind of yuck, when we are wise enough to ask, what is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? How can I glean something useful from this? That's wisdom right there, being able to do that. So there was a line in here I really liked though. Your life force will sing with beauty, grace, and irresistible attraction. So let's just do that for a moment. I want you to close your eyes. Not if you're driving, but if you're just hanging out at home, I want you to close your eyes. And some nice deep belly breaths, because remember, 2023 is the year to learn how to breathe differently, breathe more fully. Breathe open spaces for magic to happen. So just tune into these words and see what sings for you. Your life force will sing with beauty, grace, and irresistible attraction. So let's do each of those. Good morning, Maureen. We're just doing a little breathing here if you want to close your eyes. Our card is wisdom. And the sentence we're tapping is, your life force will sing with beauty, grace, and irresistible attraction. So let's start with beauty. As you're sitting there, we had beauty as a card the other day. Just breathing deeply and easily. Imagine that every breath is drawing in beauty, filling you up with beauty, mingling with your own inner beauty. And then every breath you exhale breathes beauty into the world. So let's just breathe beauty for several breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in a little more deeply, breathing out a little more deeply. And you might feel a little lightheaded, but just keep going. Breathing in beauty. Notice what comes in. For me, the color green is always there. So I'm breathing in trees, I'm breathing in plants, all kinds of green stuff has come. Mosses, I love mosses. Good morning, Joe, welcome. We're breathing in beauty right now. Breathing in, breathing out. Then sending that beauty back out into the world, magnified. And then when you breathe it in, it comes in tenfold until you're filled up and overflowing with beauty. Imagine going about your day, and every time you breathe in, you're drawing in beauty. And every time you exhale, you're sending beauty out into the world. How awesome is that? And now let's switch to grace. You're breathing in grace. And breathing out grace. Our world could certainly use a whole lot of grace right now. Breathing in grace. How does it come in? What is it like? Breathing out grace. Where do you see that go when you exhale it? Breathing in grace. Exhaling grace. Just enjoying how that feels. Let's pay attention to how does that feel. Breathing in grace and then exhaling grace. Does that feel different than when you were breathing beauty? What do you notice about those two? Breathing beauty or breathing grace? And finally, the last one that's listed here, irresistible attraction. So imagining that the breath is that tractor beam. When you breathe in, it pulls in what you're meant to be attracting to you. Thoughts, feelings, people, things, circumstances, events, happenings. Breathing that in. And when you exhale, it's breathing out what you're meant to put out into the world in terms of irresistible attraction. Breathing in, irresistible attraction. Breathing out, irresistible attraction. How does that one feel compared to beauty and breathing in grace? For me, they feel a little different. They're not exactly the same, which is cool. So throughout the course of the day, I'd like you to play around with those. Maybe you pick the morning, I'm going to breathe beauty. Afternoon, I'm going to breathe grace. Evening, I'm going to breathe irresistible attraction. Maybe you decide to just alternate between them by the hour. Maybe one of them kind of steps forward at various points in your consciousness during the day, and you breathe that specific one. See what it brings you, and see what you put out with it. Breathing beauty, breathing grace, breathing irresistible attraction. That should be interesting for the day, shouldn't it? All right, well, have an awesome Saturday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including wisdom. Bye-bye.